guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my April TBR. This TBR video has a lot going on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of nervous to film this because I've already filmed it 4 times, but that's beside the point. So, this month I am participating in the Owls Readathon. But I also made a video plan with my friend Lily from Lily the Book Nerd. I had her pick some books for my TBR, and I think that I want to do this every couple months with her because it's really fun to like have someone else's TBR in your hands. You know, like I could have chosen like 4 massive books or 3 massive books, but I wouldn't do that to her. She's too sweet. But Lily chose 3 books for me, which already fit Owl's prompts, and then I have 7 required classes, and then I have 5 non-required classes, but I want to try and complete as many classes as possible. My career is a Hogwarts professor teaching herbology, so I'm trying to complete as many classes as possible just because it's fun. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this because it's gonna be a long video because we have 12 books to talk about. So the first 3 books are the ones that Lily chose for me and are also required prompts. So the first one is a book that I am going to be buddy reading with Lily, and that is Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Infernal Devices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. We follow Tessa, Will, and Jem, and it's like historical fiction, fantasy, shadow hunters. In this collection of series, we follow a race of shadow hunters as they fight demons and downworlders, and I'm just so excited to read this. I am so excited to read it with Lily, and it's just like a really pretty cover in my opinion, and I really like it, and I think that I'm gonna like this more than The Mortal Instruments, so hopefully I really enjoy this. The next book that Lily chose for me was The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. This is the 3rd book in the Folk of the Air trilogy. So in this trilogy we follow Jude, who when she was 7, her parents were murdered in front of her, and then her twin sister Taryn and her older sister Vivian were whisked off to the land of Fae, and we follow her trying to navigate the land of Fae as these Fae are pretty evil, and I'm actually on page 76 of this. I think I might get the audiobook just because I think that would be a good idea, but I don't really know. We'll see. I really like this cover. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and I'm so glad that Lily chose this for me because it's pretty short, so I should be able to read it quite quickly. The last book that Lily chose for me was The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper. This is a YA contemporary book. I've actually already started this one as well. I'm on page 36, so not far in at all, but this fits the prompt for arithmancy, to read a book that is a genre outside of your comfort zone. This is a contemporary book, and I'm a mainly fantasy reader, so that is why this counts for the prompt, and I'm just really excited to read this. Our main character is a vlogger, I believe, and it's a gay romance, and that's all I know, and it's blurred by Becky Albertalli, and boy do I trust her. So the next 4 books are my other required prompts, but not ones that Lily chose for me. So the first book, this fits the prompt for Muggle studies, to read a book that has a Muggle main character or a human main character, and for this I'm going to be reading Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. This is a YA thriller, and I love crime thrillers. I'm obsessed. I watched Mindhunter. I'm currently watching Criminal Minds, and I'm obsessed. I just love those shows so much, and I think I'm really gonna like this because this is about Jack the Ripper, duh. And we follow our main character who is trying to figure out who Jack the Ripper is. I don't even know our main character's name, but it sounds really good. I've heard really great things, and I'm hoping that I will love it. So the next book fits for History of Magic, which is to read a book that has a witch or wizard in the book. And I don't think the characters in this book particularly go by the title of a witch or a wizard, but I think that it will count because they're magical people. I hope so. And that book is A Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. This is a YA fantasy book, and I've heard so many good things. We follow a magical library, and our main character Elizabeth. No, but I'm pretty sure we follow like a magical people, and I'm just gonna count them as witches or wizards because I need to fit the prompt and I really want to read this. The next book fits the prompt for herbology, to read a book with a title that starts with M. And for this, I'm going to be reading Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. This is the third book in the Hunger Games trilogy. I still haven't finished this trilogy, and my friends are yelling at me too because I got 2 of my friends to read this and they're mad because I still haven't read this book. But I'm so excited to read this. I cannot wait to see what happens. I have to read this month. Like, I don't know how I haven't already finished this. The next book fits a prompt for divination, which was to have a random number generator generate a number for your TBR. And for this, I did it off camera because I forgot that I was filming this video and I went ahead and did it, but I didn't want to change it because I need to read this book this month anyways. And it didn't fit any of the other prompts. And I'm going to be button reading this with Lily again, and that is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. So this is a YA fantasy. It is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I don't know too much about it. All I know is that our main character has cerebral palsy, and her name is Harper. So Harper has cerebral palsy and she gets like trapped in a magical world, ? I don't really know, but it's really pretty and I really want to read it, and it's like quite a floppy paperback and I can't resist myself. The next 4 books that I'm going to talk about today are for unrequired classes. Now there is a 5th unrequired class, but I don't have any books that fit that prompt, and I don't want to buy any other books specifically to fit these prompts. If I get one for my birthday is in April. If I get one for my birthday and I have time to read it, I will try to fit that for Transfiguration. It's to read a book with a shapeshifter. But I have 4 other books to talk about that are for unrequired prompts. The first book fits the prompt for Ancient Runes, to read a book with a heart on the cover, and for this I'm going to be reading *And a Girl by Rainbow Rowell. This is a YA contemporary book, and I don't know anything about it at all. All I know is Simon Snow, Carry On. The Stunning Edition has fan art in it, and it has the sprayed edges, and it just looks pretty, and as you can see, there are hearts on the cover next to Simon and Baz. We love them, and I'm hoping that I can get to this book. The next book fits the prompt for Care of Magical Creatures, to read a book that has an animal with a beak on the cover. And for this, I'm going to be reading Woven in Moonlight by Isabel Abanez. So we have a bird here and an owl here, both of which have beaks, and I'm really excited to read this book. It's been on my past 2 TBRs and I still haven't read it, but that's beside the point. It's a 2020 release, and it just sounds so good, and I still haven't gotten to it. And for whatever reason, this book is really heavy. And then the last physical book that I have on my TBR is for the prompt of Charms, to read a book with a white cover. This book has a mainly white cover, or a partially white cover, but it's the only book that I had that fit the prompt, so we're going with it. And that is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. White, white, white. It counts. This is the second book in the Ember in the Ashes series. I don't know if it's a series. It's more than a trilogy because there's a 4th book. So I don't know if that's going to be the last. I think there's going to be 5 books, maybe? I don't really know. I am on page 154 of this. I started it in January and just never finished it because I wasn't in the mood. But this is such a floppy paperback and I can't resist myself. And I really, really need to finish this book because I'm currently reading Children of Blood and Bone. And it's giving me such an Ember in the Ashes vibes. I don't know why. It just is. So maybe I'll read this next. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then the last book I have on my TBR fits the prompt for Potions, which is to read a book that is under 150 pages. And I don't own a book that is under 150 pages, but I'm going to get one from Libby, and that is The Little Prince. I don't know what it's about. I've heard good reviews. It's a children's book. It's a picture book. It shouldn't take me too long to read, and I'm already trying to read 11 books this month, so I should probably have a short one on there. But yeah, so that is my Owls TBR. It's ambitious. Only it's 11 books, which is not gonna happen, I can tell you that. I'm probably gonna do like a bunch of little like 24-hour readathons, especially if school gets shut down. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this video wasn't a hot mess, And I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!